I don't know no fucking Kianna, man.
Okay, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Talking Sheet with Kianna J. I am your host, Kianna J. We're here another week, so let's get started. We're gonna start with your girl, allegedly Alexis, with the celebrity news. Let's go.
Pay me no attention.
You can't hear. Hold on, Alexis. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So Bobby Smurder announces that his exit from Epic Records, stating he just signed his release papers. He called out his label about a month ago for holding him hostage. He said that it's an old lady that's running his label and that he loves her very, very much. He loves her dearly, but she's just obsessed and she won't let him go. So I'll stay tuned to see what happens in the near future with him. Lisa Leslie, the female basketball player, says she was told not to make a huge fuss about Brittany Griner's detainment in Russia. She said that they didn't want them to start a campaign because they didn't want Russia to use her as a pawn. She stated that she wasn't sure who said that, but that's what they're being told. That's basically the rumor that's being told to them that's running around. Let's see what is. Biden reveals the United States will welcome 100,000 Ukrainians seeking refuge from the Russian attacks. Let's see. Apple Watts, who is on Love and Hip Hop, I believe it's Atlanta. She is now on life support after being involved in a diesel truck accident. One of her loved ones reached out and said that she's fighting for her life, but she asked if everybody could stop talking about it on social media because Apple has two boys and one of them is old enough to see the things that's on social media. So I hope she pulls through. A 12-year-old boy dies of a fentanyl overdose after being forced to clean his uncle's drug lab without protection gear on. The boy was found unresponsive on his school bus. He was taken to the hospital where he died 8 days later. The uncle's girlfriend was arrested for tampering as well as the uncle. The girlfriend was arrested for tampering evidence and protecting him from the actual arrest. So,
what type of shit is?
Isn't that crazy? He has so much in his system to just
took
over.
You somewhere, so we gonna talk about some of this when you done. We just finished.
Drake donates $1 million to LeBron James I Promise School. He said that he loves what he's doing and that he's gonna personally write a check out to LeBron and give it to him for his school.
My dark skinned real nigga always come through.
And last but not least, the Chris Rock and Will Smith episode. I
got a lot to say about this.
So you know that the Oscars was on, and I didn't know that Jada was suffering. As much as I know about everybody's business, celebrities, I didn't know that she was suffering from alopecia. But I guess she had.
I don't understand how people be on social media all day, every day, and y'all don't know this.
I didn't know and I think I didn't pay attention to it because she have already cut her hair off. Willow has cut her hair off, so I didn't pay much.
They had a segment on the Red Table about it.
I didn't watch the Red Table.
Oh, okay.
I kind of like tuned out with Jada. I love Will. I love Jada too, but I kind of tuned out with her. But I didn't see that.
I like her.
But I guess Will was fed up with everything, with how he's been treated in Hollywood, with them coming after his marriage, with them attacking her, Chris Rock attacking her with having alopecia. Chris Rock's brother, what's his name? I can't remember his name. Tony Rock reached out and said that he does not accept Will Smith's apology to his brother. So a lot of people were saying that the whole slap thing was fake. A lot of people were saying that you don't slap somebody and then go up there and cry. I mean, so
you can't. I do.
Okay,
no,
so
I don't.
my point on
So,
this, and I'm gonna say it real quick so you can go on about your business. But my thing about this is, okay, point one for me is, I understand Jada feels some type of way about her hair, but just like we want our husbands to protect us. Somebody said it today on Facebook. Like we want our husbands to protect us. As wives, we need to protect our husband. At that
Right.
wasn't the time for that. That was his moment. He did it before. He got his moment. So if the focus was on that, she should have grabbed him like, nah, babe, we're gonna handle this after the fact.
Yeah. And I didn't know that.
there to do that.
Look, when he stood up to walk up,
No, because
there,
when he walking, he got a smile on his face.
Yeah, when he walking back down, he got a smirk. I didn't know also that it was this year was a all black like producers that was on set that did everything. So they said that Will Smith kind of stained that because we finally got the opportunity to do something big, to do the Oscars, and he kind of stained that moment for himself, for the Williams family.
Shit, they just feel obligated now because the way the world is shifting. They still don't like us.
Another point that I want to make is I don't give a fuck how professional environment we in. Nigga, you put your hands on me, we tearing this motherfucker up. I don't know who the fuck you is. You can be man.
No, that just shows that Chris Rock got more restraint than most people. He got more.
And that wasn't gonna be a fight he could win.
But I don't give a look. You smack me, hit me in my face on national TV, bro. Ain't no way.
I don't promote violence. I say no to violence. That does not solve the problem. But at the end of the day, you don't know what's your breaking point is your breaking point. Like I said, I don't have alopecia. I lost my hair because of stress. It could have. You don't know what triggered a person.
And Nicki Minaj made a good point too. She said he's up there making fun.
You don't know. You wasn't in that.
Right. And that's what in Chris Rock's defense, they said that he didn't know about Jada's.
That's what I felt. Now I understand him protecting his wife.
I don't think so.
That's what it was, but I just think this
because you know what, I'd rather for that to happen than Kanye West would have went up over there and showed the fuck out. So which one you want? You want Kanye fuck up or Will Smith fuck up? Will Smith. I'll take Will Smith over Kanye.
I just feel like white people find a way to cancel a black man anywhere they can.
Will Smith can't get canceled.
And at the end of the day, he's at the height of his career, and they trying to bring him down.
Will Smith can't get canceled.
That's what I feel.
Have you seen one?
Like they did it to Bill Cosby.
But have you seen one viral post? Has anybody said cancel Will Smith? No. Today is Tuesday. You ain't seen not one, not nan one.
Because so many people siding with him.
Exactly.
So many people feel sorry. That's what Nikki was saying. She was like, you got to think how many times Jada has cried probably to him, and he has consoled her. He has wiped her tears. He see her pain and suffering, and to see somebody that you asked to stop disrespecting your wife 1 or 2 times, and he's just doing it for the world to see. Like, that was a smack in the face, and some people will say, well, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So he stood up for his respect.
But also, you gotta, even though we say we don't condone violence, I just feel like it could have been handled after the fact.
Right.
Like, you could have even put that in
your. He could have did it backstage.
Like, you could have even put that in your speech. Like, I ain't like what you said, homie, and I'm gonna catch your ass slipping.
Right. And that would have been a good comeback too.
You're not in his shoes though. You don't know what's going through somebody's mind.
So we saying it's okay for that man to get up there and smack the shit out of that
I didn't say
dude.
It was okay, but I understand. I understand where it comes from.
We agree to disagree. Yeah, it's as a professional, I guess,
like he's not human though.
I'm not saying he's not human. I'm just saying it's
so
a
you can't fuck up and beat somebody up on TV?
I have plenty of times done that.
Okay, then you can't say because I'm a professional. This and that. See, the president was on national television slapping people and women on the butts and shit. So what that mean? You human at the end of the day.
Yeah.
All he can do is apologize. A motherfucker could accept it or not. Move on. He ain't got to be
Right.
That shit. I just feel like Chris Rock should have whooped his ass or tried to. But anyway, all right, Alexis, thank you, honey.
You're welcome. I
And
will
tell
see you
baby I
guys
said
next
happy
week. Have a great.
birthday.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
I would have punched his ass.
And
that's on me.
It's funny, we laughing at it and it's funny or whatever, but I just felt like, and you're right, you don't know what's going through people's mind, but I just felt like it ruined his moment because at the end of the day, that was his moment in time and it got stained a little bit by that. And me as a person, I would never have I don't give a fuck if you my man or something. If you embarrass me in public, we gonna show the fuck out in public. No, we're not doing that. Ain't no.
Okay, what if the roles were reversed and Jada would have walked up there?
Will would have grabbed her. Do you think, let's be honest, as much as they've been going through in these past few years, and the social media don't understand that Will and Jayla has an open marriage.
Right, so that's where it's getting mixed up at.
Sleeping with
August, they talking about
everybody,
August. That's not the case.
And her sleeping with August, it was Will knew about that. That's my thing.
People acting like we don't know Will don't have hoes. He just ain't made it public. His hoes know how to be quiet.
Exactly. And so they didn't really speak upon that like that or answer to what was going on social media, because simple fact is they know
what's going on.
It's open. But people feel like as a wife, if you sleep outside your marriage, you going to fucking hell, straight to hell. Fuck you. You damaged
you
good.
Don't know what they got going on.
You ain't shit.
You are.
You ain't shit.
No,
a husband can cheat all day. You know what I'm saying? And we supposed to forgive and forget. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it all stemmed from. Like, I seen a lot of comments like, he didn't slap August like that.
Yeah, them the niggas that cheat on their wives and girlfriends. All of them. All y'all. And I made a post about it. Shut the fuck up.
Like,
y'all disrespect y'all wives.
Him and August was actually
so they don't care.
So at the end of the day, he knew his wife was sleeping with. They said in the beginning of the marriage with what's that white man that was used to date Katie before Jamie? That was married to. Him and Tom Cruise and them said they marriage was open. That's why they stayed together so long. So they do step outside their marriage. You know what I'm saying? And he knew about August. So a lot of people, that's what people get it confused at. And she probably did cry to him about the alopecia. You know what I'm saying? I have alopecia in my edges. That's fine. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's a time and a place for everything. And me and my
some
opinion.
Of these niggas got alopecia in their beards. So this shit don't be connecting.
You know?
Off.
I just feel like it's a time and place for everything in national TV and at the Oscars, where the white folks don't favor us anyway, and they only give us awards at that place to shut us up so we don't complain and boycott or say anything. So that's the way I felt.
I never watched the Oscars anyway.
It's the third show in a row that I even talked about this, and this is the only thing I ain't said. There was a whole bunch of hoe ass niggas on social media talking a whole bunch of shit that contradicted what their real life is.
Exactly.
Like, a whole bunch of them.
Yeah. Because in real life, black men don't even take up for black women. We let's be honest. We finna be honest.
No, I seen one tonight.
I respect
right before I came here.
I respect Will Smith for taking up for his wife. I respect him. I just said it was time and place for it. I respect that. But let's be honest.
There's a lot
black women are not protected out here by these black men. Most of us are not. And we're going to be honest about that. They would degrade us and disrespect us and do anything to us before anybody else will. And that's just what it is. And that's
no, I just seen a dude and I said, give me a high five, boop. Because the lady had got into a couple. And boop, her husband was in the car. She said, get in here right away. And he shut the whole thing down. Just like that. I said, that's what I'm talking about. Bop.
I said,
that's what I'm saying. It's rare that you see that.
It's rare. Because a black
I
man
don't know
will quit to
why is
disrespect us and degrade
They
us
mamas
before
didn't raise them
anybody.
right. That's what it
It's
is.
horrible.
It's almost innate.
It's horrible.
It's like,
I'm
it's
still mad
automatic.
about
Somebody.
I'm still mad about being called a bum ass bitch. And when I catch that nigga,
Wait, he was called a bum ass bitch, and the nigga was right there.
no, a nigga called me a bum ass bitch. Yes.
But
Yeah.
okay, say he called you that in front of your man. Wouldn't you want your man to step up and be like, shut that down real quick?
Yeah, we was in the parking lot. Yeah, he's supposed to.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he's
But
supposed
does it matter where he is?
That's the same thing Will did, basically.
You right.
Somebody call you a bum ass bitch
But
at the Grammys. Whoop that! I don't give a fuck where we are. I'm not no bum ass bitch.
I probably would have swung on him first, but you're
Like,
right.
he
You're
would have-
right.
That
You're
versus
right.
with,
You're right. You're right.
Fat
I didn't
Joe
even lie
and
to you.
DMX.
You're
Oh
right.
yeah, he called
he
some dusty bitches.
he called everybody dusty bitches. Remy Ma took offense to that.
Mhm.
What did Fat Joe do?
Right.
He apologized.
Right.
You
Because
right.
you was
He apologized.
You
and
right.
that was
Because I'm
answered that-
still mad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Remy Ma. That's
I'm
my
still
Right.
that's my
If a man is truly a man, he gonna take up for the women that he loves.
when she
No matter where
But
they
do
at.
y'all think? Do y'all think at first?
going
Because
to jail.
if you watch the clips of the smack, both of them was laughing as his arm went this way across the face. And
I
both
don't
of them
think
had a smile
That's
on
what I'm
his face.
saying. Chris
And
Rock didn't
then
think that was
Will-
gonna happen.
And then Will was walking back to his chair smiling. So that's why everybody thought it was fake until he was like, keep my
That's
right
what I'm
name.
saying. Something going on in his mental. You don't think that's not normal?
And I believe that Jada had to talk with him before about this shit. Like, you don't take up for me. You trying to be perfect in everybody's eyes. And
That's what the
that.
Philly came out of his ass that day. When was that? Sunday?
You right. Y'all right. Let me I'll take my
No,
statement
you
back
gotta
because
think about it. Use your own life experience.
you know, I'm still a little hood and ratchet. I ain't here, but the Oscars still too ghetto for me. I won't be watching.
I can't remember a time that I actually sat down and watched.
I didn't watch it either. I didn't even know it was on.
And the messed up thing about
Y'all
it,
sent the damn video in the chat.
the next the award that was supposed to be coming up was an award for Questlove, which was the documentary that won the Souls of Summer, Sounds of Summer, or Souls of Summer.
I don't know.
Summer of Soul. Summer
Is
of
that
Soul.
the cartoon one, right?
No, the Summer of Soul one was the one
Oh!
in New York.
Okay,
and
right,
that
okay.
That Black concert.
I watched
all
that.
Oh,
stuff.
But I was
that
drunk.
come on my Prime.
It's on Prime. I mean, it's on Hulu too.
Yeah, it was
But
on Hulu first.
I
That
never really watched it.
That was
though.
directed by Questlove from The Roots. And
Oh,
okay.
And he
okay.
won an Oscar for it. That was he was gonna be presented with that. So
But then they
that whole
still didn't
thing-
air Samuel L. Jackson winning his though.
Yeah, his was an honorary one.
Still.
Off,
Show me.
yeah. But I'm glad he got it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of all the black people at the Oscars that.
But see, I don't
won an
like pity
award.
though. Don't pity me.
You know,
I think that was pity.
congratulations. You know,
Half the awards was for pity.
how of you know
I don't like
because
that.
of have we ain't gonna lie, have them because Black Lives Matter. We ain't even for a lot.
That's what I'm saying. It's pity. Don't
But-
pity me.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay. So let's move it on along. Today's show is about addiction.
Say no to drugs, kids.
Basically, I had to put no sex addiction because I have friends that will come over here thinking, you know, they
What?
got a sex addiction.
It's about sex.
No, I said I had to
I'm
put
about
no
to say, you
sex
got the wrong
addiction.
person.
No, I had to put no sex addiction because you know the people in our comments.
You know what's
swear they got a sex addiction.
I don't see your post.
because I'm
Like I
on
have to go to
restricted.
your page.
I'm on restriction
Oh.
for 30 days.
I had to ask you what the topic was because I missed last week's topic. So this is all serious and shit, you know.
Yeah, it's my last studio show
I'll
for
make it
a
funny.
while.
I'll make it funny for you.
Okay. I didn't care about the funny part. It was the freaky part. It was
You want to be involved in the
I
sex
could throw
of it.
okay.
The
Mm,
sex
Compromise.
yeah.
I was gonna feed you some chicken and give you the opportunity, but it didn't.
I don't want to eat on the TV.
I would have made it.
I don't
sexy.
eat cute. I don't eat cute.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
don't.
one of them. No, I'm gonna tear that chicken up.
Scratch,
Okay,
scratch that.
so y'all funny, dude.
I hate bitches that
So
stop nibbling on that chicken like that. Just fucking.
We're gonna talk about
Do it.
addiction. A lot of us 80 babies and 70 babies, and you know,
Crack
grew up
babies.
crack babies had grew up with people, lived in homes with people that was addicted to drugs. So my guest today is actually my co-host because she's one of them people that actually her mother was on drugs and
my father too.
Her father was on drugs and she ended up on drugs, which I did not know
I
until now.
experimented with a lot.
So,
no crack though.
Okay. So let's start off on how life was for you because my parents wasn't. I was raised around my uncles and them and my aunties and them that was on drugs and stuff. But with having a parent, because I see people. Okay, let's go here. I see people disrespect the mess out of their parents. Their parents are sober now.
Right.
Their parents are sober now. But they still don't have no respect and they disrespect them to the T because the way they was treated or the way they wasn't raised right because their parents was on drugs.
Right.
You being a child of parents that are on drugs, how was that for you?
Growing up, my mama was a functional crackhead.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't on no corner being a prostitute, getting money for dope, none of that. No. Well taken care of. We had a house. We always had food. We had clothes, shoes, anything we wanted. We got it. But we lived in a household full of people. Like, my whole family lived in one house for since I was probably 14, 15. Mm-hmm. But then as people start getting older and having kids, then they'll gradually move out. But my mom, my granny, my auntie, they always live together. Granny passed away, then it was my mom, my auntie. So even if my mom did fuck up, my auntie was right there. So that's kind of like how it went. So my mama taught me damn near everything I know. Make sure you go to school. Make sure you wash your ass. You got to look presentable. She taught her kids most of the things that we needed to know, and not to do drugs because still she wouldn't come home. Mm-hmm. She started having babies in her 30s, leaving them with me. So it wasn't bad. Like some people oh, my mom wasn't there. We didn't have food. I didn't go through that. Mm-hmm. Cause she'd beat our ass if we didn't go to school, get good grades. If you had to iron your clothes, you couldn't go outside looking wrinkled, stuff like that. So I can't relate to people that be that disrespect their mom and all that. Nah, I love my mom to death. Her birthday on Friday. May she rest in peace.
Oh, we having a party?
No parties.
Oh, okay.
No, not this year. So yeah.
The reason I say that because I'm a child of being raised Southern and city, and I was taught to always respect your elders.
Yep.
And my mom wasn't even on drugs, but still she yelled at me. I'd be like, okay, mom,
right.
I can't bring myself. I can't bring myself. I don't care how old I get. I'm 42 and I still will not disrespect because simple fact that's how I was raised.
If we said what, you got slapped. How Will's not that backhand, pop right in the mouth. Who you wasn't to? Shit
even though your mom was on drugs when you was young, as an adult, people feel like because they grown, you can say or do whatever you want. And I respect the people that get their life together after of them doing drugs, because there's a lot of drug addicts out here that's been doing drugs since they was teenagers. And I be thinking aren't you tired of being a crackhead?
Man, I used to say that. I used to say it all the time. But she'll go through moments where she'll get clean and then boom. Ultimately that's what killed her. Mm-hmm. Was drugs, because she was getting clean and her body wasn't used to not being high, and she had a stroke in her sleep. Put her in a coma.
That is crazy.
Well, she told us she had 2, but technically I think she had 3. The first one,
strokes.
Yeah, the first one the second one messed up her right side. So she walked with a cane. She had a brace on her leg. She couldn't write anymore because she was right hand. And then the second one, when she was trying to get clean, it paralyzed the left side. It was none left. So ultimately,
I'm sorry, Dan. Hold on.
we got a comment.
He called us racist.
Don't you see how light I am? Leave us alone.
Sorry, Dan.
Sorry, Dan. This is a black show, but we go through black issues. This show is for my community. So yes, it's not much diversity on
If
here.
it
I do
helps, my
apologize.
godmama white. Do that help you feel better, Dan? Yo,
Dan L. That's what you get the yo from.
I had a long
Dan
hour
L.
before I got here. Do you want to hit us with the? Man, you better leave me alone.
Okay. Oh shit, that's funny. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh, but yeah,
Did
this
we
is
say
not.
something that was racist.
Yeah, we said because
'cause
the
the
Oscars. Yeah,
Facts.
What did you say that racist about the Oscars?
basically
That they
that is
don't like
not
black
for
people.
black folks. They
That's
just do it
facts.
for Black Lives Matter to give out the awards.
No, that's usually the time where people are trying to use the platform to speak against racism and all
Yeah.
that different things. So and that's why they cut the speeches short because people be going on tangents.
Right.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Dan.
I let them get it. I let you get that off. Go
All
ahead.
right. This is
There you go.
freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
There we
There you go. There we go.
Yeah. Mhm.
Trace.
I'm gonna plead the
Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there until I get another comment too.
You petty.
So, how many kids did your mom have?
Lord.
And speaking of, it's two questions in that. How many kids, and was she on drugs when she had any of them?
She claims she went on it with my oldest brother, but the way he be acting, I'm thinking somebody.
How old is your oldest brother?
I'm 47.
Okay.
But honestly, no, I think she started. I have an older sister, and she passed away of SIDS back, and that's when I think she started. Because my aunt and my granny said that's when she started acting funny. And then I'm next. So boom, crack is whack. I'm there.
Some people, we don't be knowing be on drugs. Like I knew somebody that they was like, because I ain't gonna put out there that he's on drugs because he never really came out and said it. But a lot of people, I didn't know. I didn't know because I didn't know. And it got bad like when I moved from down south and then came back. And seen him like
that's that's what you call.
God.
Well, if he looked bad, then like I said, my mom was a functional crackhead. So before she had the strokes, she kept her head on. Before she started having all the kids, she used to dress up with heels and suits and stuff. Like the obituary, like that's how she used to go out, like her top hat and shit and her heels and all that. Then when she started having kids, she dressed it down with jogging suits, tennis shoes, but she had the crease in the damn jogging pants. She honored the tight crease right here. She kept a phony pony in her head or braids. Like my mom, you couldn't tell. Like people thought she had a job because she used to wear scrubs. Like my mama never had a job a day in her life. Never.
That's a good disguise.
No, stop lying to these people. She slapped me upside the head. We walk into the store and they like, oh, JH, J Money, what's going on? You had a long day at work? Oh, yeah, I'm tired. Lady, you just woke up.
You'll throw some scrubs on and some Crocs, and they look like she was wearing.
If Crocs was out, back then she probably was wearing. Like, lady, you just woke up. It's 5:00.
You know who is a functioning crackhead? The comedian Michael Collier.
That's that white dude, ain't it?
No, he black. It's a black guy with the bald head. Yeah, he an older man.
I heard of that.
I'll be honest. Everybody in the industry on crack.
Or something, some type of drug.
I'm trying to think what you would know him from.
Because
my mom had 8 kids.
8?
She birthed 8.
8.
She said altogether she would have all of them. She would have 13. Thank God she did not.
I know it seemed like when I was little, like I said, around 70s and 80s, baby. When I was little, it seemed like everybody in Chicago was on drugs. Like it seemed like everybody that was grown was on drugs.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
right, okay.
Yeah, he was on Breakfast Club saying he was a high functioning. You would never know. He dressed like this, and
Right,
he was,
exactly,
He
right.
talked about it openly, but that was interesting.
Yeah, but it seemed like everybody was on drugs. I even lived with a few drug addicts, and that what made me
as an adult or kid.
As a kid, that what made me.
Was you scared?
No, because I was a city kid. So you walking down the street, everybody it seemed like they was either drunk or high. You know what I'm saying? Like every adult seemed like they were drunk on a high, especially on the south side.
Like say 13, 14. I used to be scared because I walk to the store and then the drug dealer be like, I'm looking for your mama type shit. Tell her to stop running. They want their money. Now that part scared me. That part, like her on people, because back then they come shoot your house up. We got threatened plenty of times to like get our house shot up.
I got a family member that still owed me money from when I was a child,
but not a drug dealer.
No, with a crackhead. Well, he's not no more.
As a kid, that is scary. Or like she coming home saying like, if I don't give these people $1,000, they said they gonna come shoot the house up and do something to me.
Why like would you credit somebody that much money?
Because she good for it. But maybe maybe that time my auntie was like, nah, I ain't gonna give it to you this time or some shit. And my mama get a once a month check. They probably didn't want to wait till the third or whatever. You never,
Right.
Back then, some drug dealers was probably hitting their damn self. They want their money. Like that part was scary. And then one time she came on like, oh, I'm gonna have to give y'all up because I don't want y'all to get hurt. I was like, huh, what?
Yeah. You see a lot of things like living with people.
That's the scary part.
You see a lot of things living with people that's on drugs. I've seen a lot of things. It made me become like, as a child, like I will never do drugs. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how I can't do drugs. Like I don't want. First of all, I'm not super visual, but I'm very like about my appearance.
Right.
And some crackheads, I just like I don't want to look like that.
Okay.
Type shit.
Yeah, but by the time like we became adults, like me and my brothers, like we used to crack jokes and stuff, and then like we'd be like, watch this, we know we can hit the spot for it because I'm like, she fiending. And then she'd say like some shit like, you better shut up before I come over there and slap them glasses off your motherfucking face, you light skin bitch. Like okay, now we hit the punchline. I said time for me to go because now she's gonna come over here and slap me for real. It's time to go. Like we used to do stuff like that. It was fun. But yeah, I don't wish nobody to have no parent on drugs. That's why I had to get my shit together.
Then L can kiss our ass and go watch something else we no longer need.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Exactly. What I was about to say. So your mom passed away by her trying to get clean. Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is sad because there's a lot of people out here that got clean and they don't even got respect from their kids. Of the fact that they got clean. How did that take a turn on you? I know losing a parent. I just lost a parent.
Right.
So that's you know what? I ain't even finna ask that question because that shit ain't no explanation on
well, how you feel?
Oh, how you feel? Yeah. I can't even ask that because I'm not even finna ask that question because I'm going through it now. So it's just like
can't even explain it.
What made you get into experimenting with drugs?
Backtrack. I just remember, I think I was like in 9th grade. And I used to be like, oh, I got a headache. I'll take a Tylenol. And then I'll take what was that one thing I can't take? A leave. And then like, I just started taking them for no reason. I don't know why. And then they didn't work no more. Like if I had cramps or something, like they didn't work. And then I can't remember. Somebody was like, why do you always keep a bottle of Tylenol or leaves in your purse? And I just used to pop them. I don't know why. So that was strange. Yeah, true.
Okay, Lewis said, man, us children of addicted parents go through a different type of life. I don't think anyone that didn't could understand.
Right. So yeah, I don't know why I did that as a kid, like 14, 15. I don't know why. Even to this day, I don't take Tylenol or Aleve because they don't do nothing for me.
So what actual drugs
As an adult,
Mm-hmm.
I started with ecstasy and lean.
Ecstasy. Now, see, I was scared of that because people was dying off one pill.
Right. I used to take the I think it was the Bart Simpson and the Homer. Them was like the two popular ones back then.
They had names.
They was the characters. They was the characters. You know how like Flintstone vitamins?
After cartoon
No,
characters.
you know like how Flintstone vitamins is really the characters. That's how the ecstasy pill was. It was a.
So that's how they get the kids, right?
I guess so.
Like,
Because this how you started your night, like you on that Bart or you on Homer, like because that's like which one you want. One of them was stronger than the other. Shit, I don't know.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
But then when I got introduced to lean, I moved over to lean because I'm like fuck the pills, because lean you can sip on that all night with your drink, and you just be floating.
So, is it true that the reason why people get addicted to drugs is because once they try, they want to keep chasing that first high?
Yep.
Because that first high is like,
yeah, it's fun.
It's undescribable.
Yeah.
And so you keep, after that, this is the story that I get. After that, the high ain't the same as the first high. So you keep getting high to chase the first high.
I'm cool with the same high. I am. A lot of people not. But like if I had some good lean and I mixed it with my drink, I was cool with that high. It's gonna last me all night. Then I'm gonna crash. Then I'll be good until I go out again.
Now, okay, because I'm sorry. I never did no lean. Look, for me to be a hood chick, I ain't really did shit.
You're a fake hood chick.
I'll shoot you and I'll fight you.
There it goes.
I'll shoot you and I'll fight you all day.
You have hood.
You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really got into well, when I was younger in the gangs, I got into a little shit, but wasn't no drugs or nothing like that. But you know,
see, and like I hung around a whole bunch of dudes and shit, and that's how it started. Like, come on, sip this. I'm like, shit.
That's
if
what
it's
it
gonna
is.
have me acting like you, I'm like, okay, cool.
That's my thing.
So yeah,
that's my thing. Peer pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a child, because we have kids, okay, and we try to instill in our children. I'm not saying you're not strong-minded. I'm not saying that at all. But me, I was basically like, I had a few people like, try this. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just don't, at the end of the day, I know a lot of people like, let me try that. Or you with a man and a man be like,
don't do drugs like your mama did. That's what I kept saying.
Okay.
Just don't do that because you're going to end up like that.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't thinking about
I know a few people
because lean you get that from the doctor. Your doctor give it to you. Yeah. That's the lean I was taking, not the shit that they make in the house.
I remember I had my tonsils out. Right, I had to get my tonsils out. My throat was swollen. I couldn't, I had a man back then, so I couldn't suck a dick because the throat was swollen up. So
poor nigga.
So I had to go get that fixed. Back then, while I was living in these projects called The View, and they was good on pills and lean and stuff like that. So I was scared to get addicted to the Vicodin that the doctor gave me. So I didn't take. I think I took one the first day. And I I won't take pain. I wasn't taking painkillers when I had
Shit,
surgeries
it's
and stuff
really-
like
you
that.
ain't even got to worry about Vicodin now. It's what the fuck they putting in the perks.
And my
What is they putting in
cousin
them perks?
actually bought my Vicodins from me. He
yeah,
was
back
like,
then Vicodins was real popular.
he
back,
was,
back in the
yeah,
day.
he was like, let me.
But don't
buy
nobody
these from
want
you.
Vicodin no more. They want the perks.
Now, what is a perk?
It's a Percocet. That's a pain pill too. Perk 30s. Ooh.
Cause you get chopped. Didn't know that.
With chopped is for lean.
I guess it. Since I'm in Facebook jail.
right. She's stupid. Yeah. Lean was fun. It was fun.
So about going back to the peer pressure question.
Yeah.
How much? I think it's like even you, Kianna. I think you're strong enough to not like fuck that. I ain't trying that shit.
Now I am.
but-
Back then, no, because when I talked to my psychologist, or however you said, they said that I was living out my childhood in my adulthood when I turned 21 and got freedom and was able to go out and all that, because I was stuck in the house raising my mama kids.
Right. So I'm thinking that.
So that I was weak.
But I'm thinking that you're weak, but also you could have been in a state of depression to a point where you're like, I just really want to feel good, and they look like they feel good. I want to try to feel good. It wasn't so much peer pressure.
Yeah, that could have been
because
I was a single mom and all that shit.
It's traumatic shit that you're going through.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
I didn't even think about the depression part.
Like Black people, when they come up with traumatic, we come up through traumatic shit and just like regular everyday shit.
And different people deal with them differently.
Right, but we're dealing with it and thinking like we don't even think it is traumatic. And white people like, you need to go to the therapist and send the kids and doing all that shit with
my traumatic shit I went through. For attention, I got involved in games. So I acted out in that way. I acted out being in the streets and stuff like that. But a lot of people like act out in different ways, and that's why I said with the drugs, like the weed. I'm not a weed smoker. I smoke a piece of a blunt every few weeks, because but a lot of people around me get high, like high.
I never been into weed.
Now I eat some edibles.
No, I'm done with the edibles too. I'm clean. Fuck that shit.
Edibles, because they put me to sleep. I eat some edibles. But my thing is, my cousin told me, his name is Sean. He said he always used to smoke a half a blunt and put it out. And I say, why you only smoke a half a blunt? Because, everybody I'm around always smoke the whole blunt and then need to light up another one or not. And he was like, because once I get high, I can't get no higher. So why keep smoking? He said people that think they can get higher than what they is, sooner or later, they gonna move over to something else. Because the weed ain't gonna get them as high as it used to anymore. Now, you think any truth to that?
Yeah, because after I stopped the lean, then I didn't do nothing for a long time. Then I started suffering from migraines, and then I got addicted to morphine. And that's really
morphine. The shit they put in the hospital.
Yeah.
You was high.
High.
How you get addicted to morphine?
That first high, I was like, because they was like, I said I had this migraine for 3 days, like it won't go away. I took stuff over the counter or whatever. I'm like, I can't see. I'm like, I can't even go to work. And, oh, we got something for you. Let's put this IV in. I'm like, oh, what's that? She's like, oh, some morphine. I said, oh, okay. I never had it before. Next thing I know, I was floating.
Like out of your body?
Yeah,
floating?
like out of your body.
That's how athletes get addicted to painkillers.
Yeah.
See, and that's why I'm scared to take painkillers.
I was like,
I swear to God,
damn.
I go through surgery. I now went through two major surgeries.
The highest.
And I will not take the painkillers.
But really, morphine is really just the legal shit of heroin, honestly. And when I found that out, that's when I was like, okay, now I got to get this shit under control, because next thing I know, I'm gonna be looking for some I'm be looking for some heroin. So like, yeah, morphine, yeah. It was so bad because I was going to the emergency room to get it. Right, she always be asleep off the damn edibles. I be high as a kite.
So Josh, so I had a mishap with some edibles, okay, and my friend seemed not to let it go. So I'm gonna just go to tell y'all this story, okay?
I don't know how you go to sleep. I be high as fuck.
So
Josh, I've been looking for your perfume, just so you know.
I be
so
high as hell.
my drug experience, I passed out, but this ain't the only time I passed out. I passed out one time smoking weed and drinking. That's why I can't do both. So,
Yeah, I'm
but
done with
this
both.
time,
Yeah, that's probably the problem.
I and that's what happened this time too. So I'm scared to fly. Okay. I'm dead ass. Now y'all see me traveling sometimes, but I'm dead ass scared to fly. So before I left the house, I ate a whole bag of flaming hot
Read the directions,
edibles,
please.
which
You have to
has
read the directions.
600 milligrams
Yeah, you
of
gotta read it.
THC. Okay.
Have to read.
So
Can't
when
read
we
it.
get to the airport, I also drank some Douce that I had, and I mixed it, you know, or whatever, because I'm trying to get myself ready to go to sleep on the flight. Okay,
Learn how
so
to
we
read.
get on the flight. Mind you, we leave in Chicago to go to Houston. And it's cold in Chicago, but it's hot in Houston. So I have on a sweatshirt. So we get to Houston. My friends walking so fast in the fucking airport. They like moving. Now I feel myself not feeling well. Like I'm getting a little dizzy. I'm hot. I'm like, ooh. So we stop. And my friend Josh, who's at this comment, says to me, she sees it in my face and she says, all I hear her say is, you okay? After that, I was waking up, laying on the ground. I had passed in the airport in Houston.
I just want to say what goes around come around. Because when I asked someone to call 911, they did not.
Because
I was high.
you was high as shit.
Okay, that's same difference.
Y'all was high for 3 days.
1.5.
So be careful with the edibles. But that I don't think edibles is bad as the other stuff that
No,
y'all
not.
take.
I'd rather take an edible anything. As long as I don't fuck my ankle up again. I will take an edible. But yeah, shit, yeah.
Yeah,
But morphine make you feel good. I don't want to say that again. But now I be like kind of skeptical. Well, no, they put me on the frequent flyer list at the hospital, so they stopped giving it to me.
okay, cuz said traumatic experience started him smoking weed.
Well,
Okay.
at least it's only weed. Shit.
At least it's only weed because I think kids not just smoke weed for the hell of it. You know,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think like they had traumatic experience and stuff. I like back then it was frowned
Right.
upon to smoke weed. You know, kids and people to smoke weed, but now I think it's just they
Weed
not
is
made it
actually
and they
good
made it
for you.
legal,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
good
just
for
like
you.
a recreational like drug, not
Some of
even
the hard
recreational,
stuff.
but you know they just smoking it to be smoking it now.
The
So
hard stuff.
I think weed is not bad. It actually help with a lot of sickness. So
Yeah, it helped with my fibromyalgia. So
you know, yeah, morphine ain't no joke.
it sure ain't, but it make you feel good as hell.
Fucking mishap. We was going with Josh. We was not going to
She said we
jail.
going to jail. Yeah.
Okay, so how did you how did you kick the habits of the drugs?
So once they put me on the frequent flyer list and they reported me to my doctor, I went in and then I started doing it wasn't AA, but it was like this counselor at my doctor's office, and I go see her once a week, and I did that for a while. And then like where they know you coming in to get high, basically.
Okay, it's just a term for it.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you was like
No, in the hospital, that's what they call a person. Like it could be for Vicodin, the morphine.
Oh, because you was coming in asking for.
Yeah, I said, all you gotta say is you got a migraine.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I did that for like a year, and then they caught on to me. Because where the fuck I'm gonna get morphine out off the street? You can't get a prescription for it.
So you was one of them people that was making up stuff to go into the hospital?
The first time I really did have a migraine, but then I seen like, oh, so you could just say you got a migraine, they're gonna give it to you. Then I tried it again, and I just kept going. And yeah, so
I saw it. I did find it bombshell.
but
It might not smell the same on somebody else, but I'll see.
yeah. And then my son was young, and then I ended up getting a job at a hospital. And I was like, I got to get my shit together. And basically, that's all.
Did you have to go into treatment?
Nope. I just was talking to this counselor lady at my doctor's office once a week. And then that's when I got I started doing like meditation and stuff like that. I guess you could say I'm kind of lucky.
You gangster. That's dope.
It was hard though.
I know. But
Even like now when I get a migraine and like none of my medicines doesn't work, I be like, damn, I want to go to the hospital. But I know if I get that morphine, like it might start over again.
So what do you use now for?
I got a prescription.
Okay.
From my doctor.
For what?
Migraines. But like now, I haven't had one in a minute.
So you think some of it's an effect of the drugs that you were taking that was causing the migraines?
No, I was stressed out.
Okay.
I was stressed out and having some medical issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so drugs, did you feel a different way? Like, okay, now, like you was with the drugs, you off the drugs, do you feel different?
I get more sleep.
Drugs kept you up, huh?
Sometimes.
A lot of celebrities say that like the industry get them drugs to keep them up because they have to
like this is my routine. I go to work. This was before my son. I go to work, get Lanaya, spend like an hour with her, take her back to my mama's house, get ready, go out, get high, get drunk, go to sleep for like 2 hours, go to work. Mm-hmm. Barely 8. Like if you go on my Facebook page and look at my pictures, I used to be this skinny.
Yeah, you was really
I was skinny as fuck because I didn't eat.
That's why I want to ask.
Yeah,
I didn't just.
You don't eat.
I want to ask. Like I look back then, and you can kind of tell that
you don't eat. You get a couple hours.
Was
of sleep.
living a fast life.
Yeah, it's fast. It's fast. Like you eat probably like something that quick at work, or if a bar or club did have some food, well, you eat then. Like that's it. I probably ate a good meal on a Sunday when I went to my mama's house. During the week, no.
They say we do that too, but I be having the munchies. I eat. I be hungry already. Right. But when you smoke some reefer, shit.
Yeah, if it's some good weed, if it's some good weed, I get hungry.
Everything in the kitchen, then you wake up like, what the fuck?
Some reefer?
Yeah, that's true. No, she old.
You know, we ain't know.
That's some down south. You smoking that dope. Let's smoke it, Robinson. Smoking that dope. Drinking that wine.
Sure. I imagine you get fat off the weed shit. But my thing you eat it. You eat up everything. Like I swear I can eat up everything. That's why I hate smoking. First of all, I hate smoking weed because it hurts my throat. You coughing and shit. I can't stand
that's
that
how you
shit.
know it's good.
I can't stand that shit. You coughing up a lung, about to throw
that's
up.
what that means?
It seems like I don't know when
I don't know.
You don't know
right. That's why I don't even know how to smoke hookah. Hell, so
I'm learning.
Hookah is my shit. And I'll be glad when I can smoke it.
I'll forget it
Again.
Don't even give a damn. Yeah.
Okay, how would you talk to your kids about drugs instead of saying don't do drugs? Because you gotta understand, because there's a lot of kids. I'm gonna be honest.
For example, look at your grandma, and then look how I look.
Let me be honest.
You gotta use your life as an example.
A lot of these kids out here look older than us.
Yeah,
because they out here popping them perks.
Yeah,
and all this other shit. They be already on these pills and shit. So it's a lot of peer pressure out there. And like you said, you gave in to that. How would you talk to your children
'Cause
about?
they lived it though. They seen
We
it
all you
firsthand.
lived it though too.
But my mama ain't talked to me though. They lived it. They seen it. They seen me turn my life around. We talk about it. Especially my daughter. She older. She's 17. So my son probably don't know because he was 2-3 years old. He don't know. But my daughter probably. Well, I couldn't even say. My daughter probably seen the morphine part because before my mama got sick, my daughter was always at my mama's house.
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't see the lean or the ecstasy. Me, because that girl was crazy. Crazy as fuck. I used to walk around with a blade under my tongue. I got a fetish with knives. I had blades everywhere in my hair, in my bra.
Why was you carrying blades?
Just ready to cut somebody. Like
you had a lot going on.
I'm lucky to be alive because I didn't put like now if that shit would happen, I'd probably be dead because a nigga just pop because I always got into it with dudes. Pull the blade out real quick. They, oh, this bitch crazy. They go about their business. You do that shit now, you dead.
Mm-hmm. Niggas
You know
ain't playing. They trying
so
to shoot
I'm
a
lucky
bitch.
to be alive with that.
Hey, Angela.
But like even my daughter, like I make a mixed drink and I'll be like, here, test it. She don't like the taste of liquor. She don't like the smell of liquor. So I say, what, you gonna smoke weed one day or something? Like, no, I don't like the smell of it. It stink, this and that.
I'm be honest. My kid's a motherfucking weed head.
She ain't hit it there yet.
But
maybe she is I think my daughter gonna be the lame one and my son the one that's gonna be the one that turn up.
I ain't even finna lie to you. I'll be honest.
I think my daughter gonna
weed head.
My daughter is the lame one. My son, he gonna be the turn up one. Because even when I was pregnant with him, I was still going out. I was turning up because I didn't find out I was pregnant till I was 5 months. Actually, I thought like I took too much or something, or somebody slipped something in my drink, and I went to the emergency room, and that's how I found out I was pregnant with my son because I had went out that weekend.
So you was on drugs when you was pregnant?
Yeah. That's why the boy lived. I can't blame nobody but myself. I did it. Anytime when something happened, I be like, damn, I did that. Yeah, because the marbles is not, they a little loose. And I be at first I used to be like, it used to make me mad, but now it's like, I did that. That's me. His daddy too. I ain't gonna take all blame because that nigga was on that shit too. But I'm the mom. I know better. But I didn't know I was pregnant. If I knew I was pregnant, I wouldn't have, continued to do the. I was on the pills then. It was going over. I was dipping and dabbing with the lean, but I didn't know I was pregnant. The doctor's lying.
It's crazy because I thought right now I was about to be addicted to drugs because
who gonna think? Oh yeah, I'm gonna
because I had got addicted to white substances. So
that's crack too. You and my daughter got that shit.
Let me tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened. So I had got addicted to salt. So I was eating the whole thing of salt. The whole, like, I poured in my hand like 3 times a day. My mom and them used to have smacking the salt out my hand and shit. Because my sister and them, like, stop doing that shit.
Just eat salt.
So I gained a lot of weight from the salt. So I'm trying to get that weight off me now.
Weirdo.
But I gained a lot of weight from the salt. So I had moved to BCs. So I was taking BCs 4 times a day without the water. So I'm just throwing back.
But that's why them people on Facebook sharing that shit with the blood clogs and all that, right?
I was throwing back the BCs.
Stop. That's no.
So a guy one of my guy friends who is an EMT, he told me that's not good for you. It will fuck up your liver. Stop doing that shit. So I switched to baking soda. So I started taking baking soda 3 times a day, like a spoon.
Like none of this stuff tastes good.
None of it.
Nasty.
So I found out what it was. So I have to have surgery soon. So my blood count is real, real low. Mm-hmm. So instead of me taking pills for iron, I have to go in and get iron infusions. So I went in for my first treatment a couple days ago for my iron infusion. And guess what? I don't have the craving for none of that shit no more.
Right.
It was because
it's off balance.
It was and somebody said something's wrong with you. And
but what made you go to like a BC? I'm like, oh, I need to taste some of this shit.
Yeah, I don't know, because BCs are disgusting. I only take them when I have to.
I was just like
Fun dip.
It was. I didn't even drink water. I just take the BC.
Okay, now that's the only crack I take is a BC. That shit is crack.
It was bad. It was just like it's something wrong with me. But somebody said
me in that shit. I know you don't supposed to. If them people up in there bleeding and they GI track and all that, they done took too many of the fucking BCs. I'm not stupid. I know how to read. It say don't take more than 4 a day. It has aspirin in it, you dumbasses. Read.
Kianna want to try crack. No, it was my iron. Because when the lady gave me my infusions, she was basically asking me, like, have you had cravings for like salty things, chips, and things like that? And I was like, I've been having these weird cravings that I couldn't get over. And a couple days after I had my infusion, I tried to eat the baking soda, and I was like, this shit nasty as fuck.
My daughter eat corn starch.
I can't even eat the shit no more. Like my arm was really bad. It was really low. My blood count was really low.
You would think I'm making drugs in my house the way it be cornstarch and white shit all on the table. At least clean it up, child. People gonna think I'm up in here breaking bricks down and shit.
That's why. So, do you still like recovery? Let's go into recovery.
That's hard.
When you did it without a facility. Some people go into a facility, come out, and then still end up back.
Yeah, because honestly, with us black folk, the unseasoned people really don't take us serious unless you are taking it serious. Because my mama went to rehab plenty of times. I used to have to go to the meetings with her. She in there lying her fucking ass off. And I have to agree with everything. Otherwise, when I get home, I get my ass beat. So I'm in there lying too. Just so she can pass the class.
Right.
If you're not ready, then going through all that don't make no sense. Like, I got locked up in the crazy house, but it wasn't for drugs. That's another show. But if you're not serious,
if a person not ready themselves, people can make. I not watch plenty of people going to rehab and come right out and get right back in drugs.
Back on it.
You can't make somebody do that's. Even in relationships, you can't make somebody do.
She want to try crack deep down in her heart. Yeah, you can't make nobody do nothing they don't want to do.
But you can't make nobody do what they don't want to do. They gotta want to do it. They gotta want to do it like you wanted to.
Yeah,
do it.
When they was like they gonna report me, and then when I found that morphine was the legal drug of heroin, I'm like, wait a minute now, because shit, my mama didn't even do heroin. That's and I see what they sink your face in and put spots all on your face. I'm too cute for that.
Right.
No, thank you. No, I got enough sense to know that. I'm like, no, I'm cool.
I'll try to do it.
But then that got me to drinking. Because you got to substitute one with the other, right?
What was your drink of choice?
Back then, I was on Remy. Bad.
You know what got me to drinking?
Bad.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like to taste the liquor. In my 20s and stuff like that, in teenage years, I didn't like to taste liquor. When I had weight loss surgery,
that changed your taste?
Bitch, I became alcoholic.
What the hell? That's kind of backwards.
I swear to God, I became an alcoholic. I still don't like to taste the liquor. Don't get me wrong. That's why I drink. Honestly. That's why I drink flavored.
If you don't mix it with something, it's kind of nasty. Only liquor I can drink straight is that Zantes now. That's like the best shit I ever had. You don't even got to mix that with nothing. A cognac.
A cognac.
But it's kind of sweet though.
Oh my God.
But this one not. This the best I ever had. They don't even sell it here. That's what. You got to go to Racine. Well, they got it at Consta.
Right? I had to calm down on my drinking.
They don't sell it in the liquor stores though. They sell it in Racine though.
Yeah, drinking is a problem. I had to calm down on that because I was drinking damn near every fucking day.
I was doing good until my mom and them died. And then that's when I kind of spiraled out of control. And then I was kind of overdosing too with my anxiety pills and then my depression pills and all that with the drinking. Whoa, I like that. That's not good neither. Don't do that. That's a no-go.
They say that you're not supposed to mix pills and liquor.
Yeah, but those, oh, you be seeing, yeah, that's no good. You got to balance it out. So like me, the days I know that I want to drink, I don't take my medicine.
But that's not good either.
Well, because I'm trying to wing myself off of it again. Because I was off of it for a while. And then when my mom and stuff passed away, I got back on it. So I already knew, like, this shit not going to be good. And then before I could get the prescription, I tried to kill myself. Then boom. So then that's when I'm like, okay, no drinking, just take the pills. But now it's been 3 years. So I went like 4 months without taking no medicine. Then one day, boom, I was like, you know what? Before it even get to something, because you can feel it, like, let me start back taking these meds. Because not like now, I know my body, and I know when I feel like I feel off balance. Take the medicine, girl. Take it.
I'm gonna be honest. Privately, I try not to be judgmental, but when I see people, I don't know what goes on in people's life. Like you said earlier with the Will Smiths, I don't know what's going on in people's life, and I started to not be judgmental about people on drugs because it's weird seeing people like you went to high school with,
right,
on drugs, and it's like,
yeah.
What the fuck, bro? Like,
right.
You was one of the nicest looking motherfuckers out here. You was one of the ones that had like money, everything, and now you out here cracked the fuck out.
I think that they probably didn't have a good support system neither. They didn't have nobody cheering them on, like, you got something to live for, you could do better than this. Because if you don't have people like that, you can fall deeper, I think, me personally.
Yeah.
Because I had people like, what the fuck is you doing? Even my mama said that, and she was a crackhead. Because she know she didn't raise me to do that. You know what I mean? So I think it probably hurt her feelings that I was out here doing that stuff.
And at the end of the day, as parents, a lot of people blame us. Even probably people blame your mom or you probably, I don't know. But a lot of people blame us for the adults the kids grow up to be.
Nah.
And it's just like I said, I had a son in prison. All my kids smoke weed. I don't smoke weed.
Right.
But all my kids smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? It's not my fault. I teach what I can, and I didn't raise them to be a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But they choose as adults and things of that nature to do
whatever
thing.
you want to do.
So do we support? I don't mind them smoking weed, long as they ain't on the other shit. Now, when you start stealing from me and shit, now that's the fucking
when we
problem.
got a problem. Exactly. Okay.
That's when we got a motherfucking problem. But at the end of the day, adults gonna be adults, kids gonna be kids. People are gonna do what they want to do. Do you think not having a father around full time?
I got a stepdaddy.
You had a stepdaddy, and you know that is still
Did he?
Still the same.
Because a lot of people will say, okay, so let's go here. News. Let's go with the news. Okay. Technically, I was about to say statistically, but you know I can't talk. Statistically,
you did well.
I did that well. Okay. Statistically, white.
I was in a beach class, so I don't care.
White folks, the unseasoned people. Okay, unseasoned people.
Dan gonna be back up.
Unseasoned people are a higher rate in drug usage. Okay. But they only show Black people as drug addicts. on the news.
Why not?
Okay. Simple fact is, the first thing a white person, unseasoned person say about a black person, like, I'm scared of them because they steal and do drugs, because that's what they see on TV. But statistically,
Lily Ann is in that trailer park getting high as
white
hell with Billy
people
Joe.
statistically is higher in drug users, meth, pills, and all type of shit they be mixing together. Even they kids.
Mm-hmm.
First, statistically, it's impossible for the smallest portion of the population to be leading in anything. Because if you are a majority, you have way more people, and the likelihood of more of them being, incarcerated or on welfare or on drugs is higher because they have a higher population. So how can we lead in drug addiction?
Because they're not reporting that shit. Yeah. They're not reporting it.
Yeah, and that's my thing, because somebody said, I seen it on TikTok, and I see the men say they locked all the drug dealers up and left the crackheads to raise the kids. And basically it was true. Like, you infest the neighborhoods with the drugs we gonna act like Snowfall is kind of real now, because it's
based off of,
you know what I'm saying?
It's based off of facts.
Throw the drugs in the black neighborhood. Newsly, we're killing each other to get the hit or to make the money to fund wars and shit that you're having. You know what I'm saying? And weapons of mass destruction and all this other shit. But you throw it on the news, it's like, oh, it's a problem. You know, when technically white folks are making their own meth and shit in the fucking lab, in their homes.
What's the Breaking Bad?
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's another thing that bothers me, you know, because you can see on the news all day a black person high on the news, crackhead.
You know what? I like,
and I see.
No, in Menominee Falls, right? They got a newspaper called Menominee Falls Newspaper, right? I worked at this nursing home, and they put all their arrests in the newspaper, and it'd be like, found so and so age this in the parking lot, high off, like it bust them out in Menominee Falls. I respect them for that.
They do that in Sherwood.
They do that
in the villages.
That's
stuff.
funny.
The village paper.
I was like, oh my god! They put their
first name, they put their last name,
the age, where they was at, location.
Right. Josh is right.
Crack heroin was never a problem.
Crack heroin was never a problem until napkin colored people got addicted and was ODing.
So they don't put it on the news, but they put it in the newspaper. Mm-hmm. Which is more funnier.
Like meth is a epidemic.
Epidemic, yeah.
But crack was like, All
Let that big wheel go. You got that big wheel when you was grown.
Boy, shut up. You shouldn't even be on here. You can't relate.
So I have a little bit of relation to this. My ex-wife's mother she passed. She had like a liver disorder, but she was on drugs. Her and her dad and her mom were. And prior to her dying, like a year or two prior to her dying, she lived with us for a year while she was recovering. And she quickly got comfortable and fell back into the swing of things. Mm-hmm. And watching it was really tough to watch. Like, dude, like it would be. I knew she got her little money and shit like in the first of the month, and she would go to dialysis, and the van would come by and she wouldn't be here. Like in the first or second of the month, she'd be gone. Mm-hmm. This is all the telltale signs of her going back to the shit. So we had to have a conversation. We're like, hey, this ain't gonna work. Like we had to actually put her mama out the house because of that.
Me too. I had to do that.
That was some tough shit.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Her and her boyfriend.
Yeah. It's the people you love the most. And you have to show them tough love. And
my kids was small. Don't disrespect.
I was like, you're gonna come home and you're gonna be dead. You're gonna be dead here at the house. You're not taking your medicine. You're not going to dialysis, and you're going to smoking. And you asking me for money on the third of the month. Like, nigga.
How do you deal with somebody that you love?
I had went to church, and God had spoke to me on that Sunday, and because I was like 6 months in, I was like, you not helping me pay no rent. you should have enough money saved to get your own place. It's time for y'all to
Let me tell you
go.
what this is real petty. This is what pushed me over the edge. She would always make grits in the pot and overcook them, and they'd be stuck to the pot. And she'd be scraping out the pot with a metal spoon and scraping out the bottom of the nonstick pot.
You gonna fuck it up.
You fucking up my pot.
Right. Exactly.
That's what took the cake. That's what took the cake.
I could tell my wife, I was like, dude, she be fucking up these pots. I like my pots. Use the damn the silicone shit. That's what they for. You don't scrape the bottom of the pots. You got scratches at the bottom of the pots. They no longer non-stick at that point.
I don't even.
Josh, stop right there. You had a parent, not parent.
True that. You have no father, buddy. Now. I ain't want to go there.
Y'all funny, dude.
I'm sorry, you was saying.
And
No, I don't want to say
get
that.
him, Josh. That nigga hung up on me today.
He's a loser. Yeah.
But I just like dealing with somebody because I know a lot of wives that deal with their husbands.
Nope.
That's why I say when you love somebody.
What you mean, wives that deal with their husbands?
That's on drugs.
Oh, they're in a relationship with.
They like their husbands are on
okay.
drugs.
That'll drag you down.
Yeah, I've seen that happen to somebody.
And then my sister neighbor, her husband was on drugs and he killed somebody.
See, yeah, I don't know if I could do that one because I know how I was when I used to be fiending for something. No,
and then you got them drug addicts that motherfuckers steal everything out your house, like TVs, VCRs.
Yeah, I'm glad I ain't had to deal with
stealing
that.
money out your part. Let me tell y'all something.
I'm glad I ain't had to deal with that.
I was out south. I had my baby, my oldest son. He was a newborn, and I wanted to take him over to my grandmama's house to my cousin them to see him and stuff. And when he was little, he was my only child. He had some Jordans and stuff. Somebody
stole the baby shoes.
I woke up the next day, my baby shoes was gone.
That's messed up. One of my mama friends stole my piggy bank when I was small. Or did she steal it and blame it on her friend?
I don't know, but that was another thing that happened. We came home and broke into my baby's piggy bank, and all the silver change was gone, but all the pennies were still in there. All kind of stupid little shit. Like, what the fuck? Like,
right.
Or I was living with somebody who was on drugs when I was younger over at my grandma's house, and my mama used to bring me money every week, to make sure I had my stuff that I needed, and he used to take all my money, like let me borrow that, and then he'll come pay me back with a Butterfinger.
And you was happy.
And then my mom would come. My mom would come back
so
like,
I like Butterfingers.
What happened to the money I gave you? I used to have to be like kind of like because I didn't want to get in trouble. But then I got tired of him taking my money, so it was just like I had to tell her like
this is Chicago.
Yeah.
See, my mama always said if you gonna steal, you don't steal from the ones you love. You steal from somebody you don't know. Yeah. So like I would go shoplifting. So that'll save me money, and then I got money to buy the drugs. Like if a dude I wasn't talking to, like, cause most of the time I get the shit from a dude, but if I'm not jamming with nobody, I gotta go buy the shit. I ain't got enough money to buy, so I'm like, okay, if I go steal this and that I could use the money I was gonna spend on that and go buy the dope.
Definitely, Josh. It was like
right. That's
it was like bring me like $100 and some dollars. I ain't had shit but Butterfingers to show.
They wouldn't even king size Butterfingers. Regular Butterfinger.
Bite size.
Little guy you get from the trick or treat Butterfingers.
That's fucked up.
But me back then, I was a people pleaser. Like, okay, you need it, I give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Or she wasn't even gone 15 minutes before he asked me for my money. I just got like, I got my money, I'm gonna go buy this. I couldn't even go to the store and buy me no damn penny candy. My money was gone.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
But yeah, I had to actually tell her, and she got mad, and then that's when she had like made me move from over there.
You think? Spend all your damn money.
But it was crazy, and it was it's crazy because come to find out, I didn't know that my grandma and them was actually pushing the shit. So, yes, yes.
I don't even know what to say.
Yes, yes. So yeah, I'll put that out there. They're not here. The guy arrested, so except for my uncles, he's still here. But yeah, they was actually pushing the stuff. But I didn't find that out until I was grown. Like, like, damn. But yeah, that's the thing. Like dealing with loved ones that they say it's a sickness.
Yeah.
It's a sickness. They don't know what they do. And when they do get clean, they do unlimited apologies, about what they have done. Now, what I don't like, and I have somebody in my family like this, that people that's uppity now, they so uppity, like they past don't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like you was the biggest drug addict out here, but if somebody mentions that, you have a fit. But my thing is, your past is a part of your life.
Oh, they too ashamed.
It turned you into the person you are today. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people should speak on it to help other people. Like we do the podcast to help other people. We talk about our downs, our ups, the things we've been through, to help, because somebody has dealt with that. And I just feel like people that feel like, oh, I don't want to talk about that. I just feel like, what I'm saying? And it'd be the bougiest uppity motherfuckers.
They fake.
You just be like, are you serious? I remember I seen you.
You don't have to relive it, but you still need to remember that shit.
Like I bring you back to reality real quick. I remember when you used to, I was there.
Right.
I was there. So we not gonna do that, but yes, a lot of people that do that. That's what I don't like.
Me and Candy Bird, she's slow. I can't.
Josh, I can't stand her ass.
Yeah, I ain't had that one.
My
mama's best friend used to be like, hold my child support card, and then when the money come on, we could go get the money off the card. That's the most I have done.
How did I know the money be on the card?
Because it come on the same day every time. Like mine's come every.
Not everybody talk about child support cards.
I put it on there.
I wish I would have got some child support, so I can have some child support cards. Can I back? Even though my kids grown, can I back child support?
You can. I think you can.
I don't know about. I know in Wisconsin you can.
Seem like a shit. Niggas always out there bad.
My baby daddy's about to be lucky they got somebody like me, because
the way gas prices went up, I put that shit in my gas tank. Fill her up.
I never got child support for now 3 of my kids.
Fill her up.
Damn 3. Shit. But drugs.
Say no to drugs, kids.
Say no to drugs. Drugs is not good. Now, say no to all drugs. I'm not finna condone reefer either.
Please, that shit legal.
Is it more accessible? Is it more accessible? Way more accessible now than it was when we were younger.
Yeah,
weed. Any drug, like
it's so accessible.
It's
so accessible that the government had to start charging for it now.
They be giving samples out at the damn corner store. And I told my brother, don't smoke that. You don't know what that is. He gonna say,
how old you got to be to go into a dispensary?
21.
Okay, you ain't got to be 18, right?
Yeah, you got to be 21.
21, yeah.
He got me a little bag. He's talking in this label, like this is this kind, this is this kind.
No, that ain't. If it's whole here, that ain't weed here. That's
No, this guy was trying to get clientele. I guess he was giving out samples because
they got
a blunt worth, whatever that is.
The CBD shit is actually that. They got some shit called Delta 8 and Delta 10. That shit.
Oh man, I'm going to get
that CBD.
Don't
massage.
drink with it.
That shit will fuck you up.
That's how I messed my ankle up.
That legal weed, that shit is almost stronger than weed.
So I got an hour massage with the oil, plus they gave me 2 edibles.
Ooh, I'm going to get that. Cause she was fucked
Just
up.
don't drink.
Man,
She was fucked up. I want to feel. I
Just
want my
don't
body.
drink with
You
it.
know, I never had a massage in my life.
The massage.
No,
I is awesome.
I actually dated a guy who gave me a full body massage.
They get A+.
go get did up after
Just
you get a
don't
massage.
drink.
Massages
with
lead to
it.
do up.
But
And I ain't getting no do
I
up.
want to actually go to a
She ain't
massage
say
parlor.
that.
I never got a motherfucking massage.
Yeah, it's worth
ever.
it. It's good.
I don't know how to massage.
Cause when people,
Yeah.
I'm so tense. It's like when people touch me, it hurt. Right? That nigga was giving me that massage. Everything was hurt. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Nah,
the
this shit
CBD
hurt.
oil. That's where it's at. That's what's up. But yeah, just don't drink with it.
He said they advertise. Oh, they advertise it. Okay.
Yeah, at the gas station.
Now I used to sell little drugs back in the day. I ain't even finna lie to you.
I was scared.
I used to sell little drugs.
Kianna, you're the most interesting woman in the world.
And
You got every story for everything.
my house got raided and everything was SWAT and everything. I'll tell y'all about that one day. Well, look. So,
What in the hell?
well, I know my kids could sleep for days after that, but I'm telling you about. So you can Google that part because I had to sue the police officers because
we Google you?
Yeah, you Google me. So
I'm definitely gonna Google you
on the next episode.
Put Kianna
So
J. It's gonna be like, I think I was like 20 something. It's gonna be like 20-year-old woman sues Carpentersville police. Yeah. So, anyways, I was selling drugs back in the day, and it was not a known thing that you sold drugs because you go to jail. Okay. These motherfuckers are actually putting on social media.
Oh yeah, that they sell drugs. They're idiots.
I got gas. Come here.
The dude
Come
from Milwaukee.
Here.
He was light skinned. I don't know his name. He got convicted because he was on live selling drugs. And they know then, nigga, you on live. The police is on
I
here.
don't get that.
It's Facebook.
I don't fucking
He
get
was
it.
on lives, riding up to people, dropping
it's like
it off.
you just telling the police, all right, I'm right
Basically.
here. I'm selling the drugs.
Yeah.
Come get me. Like nobody
like
even
that.
think about like the consequences behind it, how that can, if you do get caught, which you will, because you advertise it on social media.
I guess they think police don't know what gas is or something. I don't know. You might as well say weed.
But after they put the gas thing, they put the smoke.
Yeah. Might as well just say weed.
It's common sense.
Dumbass.
But it's really it's horrible. Like I just feel like y'all set yourself up for failure. Kianna has done so everything like just found out she was on Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh yeah, I used to need drugs into jails. Look, let me tell y'all something.
You want to go to the penitentiary? What the hell?
I lived a life.
You're crazy. You crazy.
That and I hear everybody else stories like, oh, I didn't get addicted to drugs. I didn't do this, but like I said, I did live a different life.
But being a drug dealer. Okay. You didn't feel bad for messing up people's lives.
No.
Exactly.
Because it was about money. It was always money is the rule.
That's the answer you're supposed to say though.
It was about the money. I'm not even gonna act like it wasn't about the money. It always been about the money. I don't care and I'm be honest, if your mama came to me, I turned her away the first few times.
Shit.
But then I'd be like,
I ain't turning nobody money.
It depends on how much money she got. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I looked at that shit. And that's the way a lot of drug dealers looked at shit like that.
That's why her bill used to be so high, because she got her friends thinking she a baller. She buying dope for everybody.
Yeah, that's the way. How you think I used to get as a teenager, how I used to get my shoes and stuff? Like my mama would buy some of the stuff, but I used to come up with money. Nobody asked me any questions. You know what I'm saying? My boyfriend was a drug dealer at the time. He's the reason why I got into gangs. He was a drug dealer at the time. So at the end of the day, nobody asked me questions on how I came up with money. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really paid attention to the stuff I used to do. That's why I was able to do the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like long as
I did all my stuff as
I watched my siblings, you know what I'm saying? They was outside with
Kianna.
me. And then my sister gonna say some shit the other day. Ebony gonna say so. Well, because I was like, I watched my siblings all the time, so they was with me while I did a lot of shit. And Ebony was like,
you need to be ashamed of yourself.
My sister Ebony goes to yell out, well, mama would have raised us. Maybe I wouldn't have a chip too. Because I'm the reason she got in my car.
What kind of babysitter are you?
But yeah, life, and I'm happy.
I was a good babysitter. Strict. Sit your ass down. Don't
Shit, my sister not seen me fight, all type of shit. I
was a good babysitter.
Me babysitting don't keep me from living my life. Come on. Yeah, they gonna stick me. Y'all gonna stick me with these kids? Come on. Let's go. Y'all finna live the life I live. Yeah.
I was not. One time, because my baby sister, we 14 years apart. I had to take her to the nail shop with me. Get on the bus, take her to the nail shop. And it irritated my soul because it was a lady on the bus, like, look at that young girl. I probably looked 10 when I was 14. Like, look at her with that baby. It's a shame, these young girls. I'm like, this my sister. Oh, she's lying. Bitch, let me get off this bus.
I had a little brother like that.
They was doing the same thing. And I'm like, this is my sister.
I
couldn't take it no more. I wouldn't even have sex or none then. Don't try to pin a baby on me.
Yeah. I have my little brother.
That's why I had told myself, like, I never want to have kids.
Yeah, I had a
being
baby
high
like
off
that.
weed, got pregnant with my daughter.
Being
high off drugs, I got pregnant with my son. Leave drugs alone, people. They not good.
My stepmom and my dad thought to keep me. I had just moved from Chicago from getting into a lot of trouble to Milwaukee for like a year. I was like 8th grade or something. And so my stepmom and my dad felt like they had this little baby. He was like 1 and 2. Her name was Raphael. They felt, because my daddy was a big drug dealer in Milwaukee at the time. So they felt like me being stuck with Raphael would keep me out of trouble. So, but I just took him everywhere with me. And so everybody thought he was my child. Everybody thought I was 14 years old with a fucking baby.
Me too.
And I wasn't even having sex.
My damn mama baby. And then I really couldn't take her nowhere because she was double. This when they both was on the shit heavy. My sister used to cry. She was scared of the city bus. So it's like, now I got this hollering ass baby. Then sometimes I gotta take 2 buses. I said, fuck this shit. I ain't coming outside. If I gotta have this baby, I'm not coming. It was too, like, no.
I remember having a fight with Raphael on my hip. I had to put him down.
How's Raphael doing now? Is he still traumatized? What is wrong with you?
I had to put him down. Angel that was with me. They seen the motherfucker. I was doing all types of shit. Look, let me tell y'all something. I didn't damage y'all. I didn't damage my siblings. Shit. I did. They all became okay.
Shit, I don't know about Raphael.
They all became okay. You know, them hanging out with me as a teenager, they still became okay.
No, they traumatized. Cause like what I get from like my mom being on drugs is like fighting. Cause she used to beat her boyfriends up.
Do you have an urge to do that?
I did.
To beat your boyfriends up?
Girlfriends too. Yep. Yeah. Cause that's what I seen that. Sorry, stepdad. If you watching this, turn your ears off. She used to beat him. Cause sometimes he watched the show.
The way you look, your face, like you feel so bad.
Yes. And I asked him, like, she dead now. Like, tell the truth. Why did you want to be with her? He said, cause I loved her. Ain't that much love in the world, bro. No. She almost killed him, stabbed him.
Some men
That's kind of why I like knives, probably, because she was quick with the mothers. Quick. I got a knife everywhere. Don't play with me.
Y'all so nice. I can't see y'all violent side.
Exactly. We nice now.
I'm very nice. Just don't push my buttons.
And that's why I tell people now. I say,
except when your show couldn't start on time.
Look, let me tell you.
I saw it in your eyes.
I'm gonna tell you something about me.
I even came to apologize to you like 4 times afterwards.
Yeah, before
and she still was like, whatever. Nigga.
Before Kianna was horrible. Her attitude was horrible. She didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. True.
We talked about that for a long time.
I know.
Now Kianna is nice until you piss me off, and they was pissing me off. Now, one thing you're not gonna do is disrespect me and act like because I'm a woman, you can say and do what the fuck you want to do. No, you in my slots, you gonna get the fuck on. You gonna look. I'm a boss in my own right.
But wait. Look where we are now.
Look where we are now. But I don't care if you're a man. I don't care. At the end of the day, you're going to respect me. And just because a lot of men feel like because I'm a woman, they don't have to respect me. No, you're going to make, when I walk into a room,
that next week they came out like, ooh, you ladies looking nice today.
Yeah, they showed that next week. They was like, that because that one week I went off,
I was like, what?
The next week they came out, I was like, y'all look nice today. Oh,
I was like, what the fuck I got on?
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't do that shit. Don't talk, but you gonna respect me.
Rambo up in this.
Tone, I had a problem with you too.
I know you did. I know you did.
He was like,
it wasn't me.
I did because he was the producer, so it was just like
the problem. That was family, and I was being taken advantage of until I stopped.
Yeah.
Until I stopped it, and I mean that was affecting a whole bunch of other shit, and it got worse.
Yeah.
It just got worse and worse.
It was just because I was thinking about my viewers.
I understand.
I already start at 9, so during the week, so it was basically like the later I start, the less viewers I have. So because people getting ready for work and stuff like that.
I had timers and clocks and like, hey, I mean, trying to be respectful of it. And we have conversations and then we'd stop and then we'd go right back to how it would continuously go back over. So it wasn't like
but we learned. I love you though.
I love you too.
I love you now.
I look forward to doing the show.
You're a great producer. So I'm like,
yeah. Wait.
I was right on that.
So I want to thank my co-host for telling
this is without
story.
Drugs. Yeah. This is all without drugs. All
I
this
want to
love.
thank my co-host for telling her story. She is sober, and
take my crazy medicine, doctor.
One of my best friends. Love her to death.
You gotta keep the crazy meds on deck.
We probably finna go hang out after this. So, but I want to say. Drugs is hard, and I just want to say no to it if you can. Is nothing come
or
from
seek
it.
help.
Seek help.
Because I have a sibling that's on it on pills. Seek help.
Yeah,
he probably gonna cuss me out, but seek help.
We don't know. Yeah, so
but he knows. Seek help.
This is my last studio show.
I'm gonna cry
for a while. I'm going back to where I came from.
And where is that?
It's been fun and
place unknown.
Fun and nice. Milwaukee and Chicago. I have to disappear for like a month, and I'll be back. And I'm going on a hiatus for a month after when I come back. So I love you guys. I see y'all virtually next week. If nobody told y'all, I'm going to tell you I love you. Deuces.
What's my theme music? Let's get to the facts, talking shit. I'm living for some recreation shit. Being in my bag, bitch, I'm doing real time.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What the fuck is you talking about?
Who the hell is Kianna, Tommy?
Kianna who?
Oh, you dumb now? You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know no fucking Kianna, man.